it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I'm going to make a cute sign out of a basic picture frame. I'm going to start with some Waverly chalk paint in the ivory shade, and I'm just going to paint the frame. I'm going to go over it the best that I can, but I think it's only going to need one coat. I just brushed that on. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to take a little piece of wood that I cut to fit the frame, and I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in the fawn shade. I really like this shade, and it covers really well. So I'm going to dry that shade. Let that coat of paint dry, and I'm going to rough up my frame with a little sanding block. I noticed that the paint seemed to be a little bit too thick for me, so I'm going to take some watered down paint. Actually, I was watering it down and just brushing it back on. And I'm going to dry that, and that's much better. So I'm going to stencil my stencil on now with the Folk Art Matte Wicker White shade. This stencil is one of a set of 4 that I just made, and these are for Mom's Day, so I'm going to have these available really soon. But I thought it would be just a cute little sign. This one says, "My mom is my bestie." I'm going to give this one to my daughter. I think she'll like it. So I am painting my bridges now. I always paint my bridges. I like to do that for a nice finished look. Sorry, I'm a little off camera there. So I'm just adding a little bit of hot glue inside the frame because this frame didn't have little things on the back to hold in the wood. So I don't want my wood to fall out. And there we go. I think that looks nice. So now I'm taking some dark wax, the Kilts brand, and I'm just rubbing that on the frame to give it a little distressed look. And I'm just using my finger, as you can see. There we go. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put a little hanger on the back using some jute twine. And I'm just going to hold that in place with a tad of hot glue so it doesn't slip out. Now I'm going to make a little bow out of some scrap fabric that I have. Tans, blues, a little bit of pink in there, but not much. So now I'm going to fluff up my bow and trim the long pieces because my bow doesn't need to be really big. These stencils are only 6x4s. It's going to be a set of 4, like I said, and so you just need a little frame. And I'm just attaching my bow. And keep in mind the back of your sign does not have to be pretty. And now I'm finding a button. I'm actually going to add 2 buttons. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you.